Welcome to the American Dream. I'm your host, Alyssa Webb, and I am standing in front of the historic Moss Mansion in beautiful Billings, Montana. Did you know the original owner and builder of this home, Preston B. Moss, was looking all over the country for a great place to land that was an awesome commerce site, and he picked Billings. I can't blame him. Let's go find Director of Operations Karina and have her tell us about this amazing mansion and property. Hey, Karina.
Well, hi there.
There you are.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Thanks for having us today. Well, I was hoping you could tell us a little bit about the history of this iconic mansion.
Well, let's start in this room. The beautiful conservatory built right on the mansion when it was new in 1903. So they were from Missouri, both Maddie and Preston Boyd, and they knew the winters were hard here. So this was a survival technique, I think, for them, so that they could have green all year long. Maddie and her daughter Melville spend a lot of time in here having lunch at this is their set of chairs and a little table. Maddie's favorite was geraniums, so that's why we still have geraniums here today. Well, let me take you into the mansion proper, and we'll talk about some other history, and we'll talk about some other architecture and show you around.
I'd love that. Thank you.
You bet. Well, Alyssa, come in to our formal dining room.
Wow, this is beautiful.
It is a pretty grand room. The architect Hardenberg designed the ceiling and the wall panels after the plaza back east. I also have Maddie's hand-painted china in this cupboard.
Oh my gosh.
Maddie Moss was not only a painter, but also a pianist, and did not only painting on china, but also large pieces of artwork, oils, and we'll see some of those later on. P.B. Moss was an entrepreneur and was very interested in commerce. And so he looked all over the country for the place that he wanted to move his family because he knew that he had things to accomplish. What we preserve in this mansion, in this museum, is really his legacy. We know that he was a part of at least 72 different entities. And we're talking about the Billings Gazette newspaper, we're talking about Western Sugar Beet Factory, we're talking about the steam heat utility in Billings, we're talking about telephone exchanges, we're talking about mining, we're talking about meat processing plants, real estate. Just such a wide variety. It's interesting to look through the documents that we do have left. We have a nice collection of original documents. And so this room that we're standing in right now, we call the library. But when you think about being in the library in the context of him having business meetings in this room and meeting with dignitaries in this room, and the business that he conducted in this room had such a huge impact, not just on Billings, but on the entire northern Wyoming, greater Montana region. So this room is very fancy. It is fashioned after the Versailles. The leaves, the gold, this is 24 karat gold leaf. The furniture and the rugs that go in this room that you don't see right now were actually designed by Maddie as an artist. She sent her designs to France and had these pieces created for this house overseas.
Well, thank you so much for your time today and showing viewers at home this amazing mansion and property. I cannot thank you enough for your time.
Absolutely, our pleasure. We love to share this legacy and happy to share anytime. There's plenty more to tell.
I'm Alyssa Webb, your host of American Dream TV in Billings, Montana.